We've got a pretty well-rounded lineup this week. We've got some cute, charming type stuff, some stuff that'll make you want to get outdoors, some live theater because, it's Springfield, and maybe a bonus for you nerdy, geeky folks out there. I'm Walt, the Realtor with Murney Associates right here in Springfield, Missouri, and I've got your top 5 events happening January 26th through February 1st in the year of our Lord, 2026. Let's go. We're kicking off this week with one of those events that's kind of adorable and also a little bit silly, but in a good way. The father-daughter dance under the big top is happening Saturday, January 31st at the Ozark Community Center. This is one of those classic memory-making nights where dads and daughters get all dressed up to trip the light fantastic. Wonder where that saying comes from. The Under the Big Top theme adds a fun carnival twist to the whole thing, so expect colorful details and a vibe that feels more playful than formal. There'll be dancing and music, of course, photo opportunities, and just enough silliness mixed in to keep it from feeling stiff or awkward. It's designed to be special without taking itself too seriously, which honestly feels like the right balance for an event sort of like this. Tickets are $30 for each couple. If you're bringing multiple daughters, it's a little bit extra. You can find all the information at ozarkmissouri.com, but you'll have to kind of navigate your way through to the Parks and Recreation event page from there, but I'll put a direct link down in the description. At number 4, we've got something for you folks that like your music with a little theatrics. The Barricade boys are bringing their show Broadway Party to the Aetos Center for the Performing Arts in Nixa on Wednesday, January 28th at 7 p.m. Now, these guys aren't a cover band or a novelty act. They're performers with some serious credentials, including Broadway and the West End, and their whole thing is taking iconic musical theater songs and delivering them with big energy. You'll hear songs you recognize from shows like Les Miserables, Phantom of the Opera, The Book of Mormon, and Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So it's a blend somewhere between concert and theater production. And even if you're not a big theater buff, this show is all about the music, not the story. And as a perk, all the proceeds from the show are going to support Friends of Dickerson Park Zoo. Tickets are $40 each, and you can pick those up at aetoscenter.net.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Before we keep going, just a quick reminder that if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me which event caught your attention this week. Those simple clicks help YouTube understand that people actually want to see this stuff, and it helps these videos reach more folks around Springfield. And while you're here, you'll also find some real estate videos answering questions I hear from my clients all the time. So if buying or selling a home is anywhere on your radar this year, feel free to poke around. Our number 3 event this week is a show that has a reputation for sneaking up on people emotionally. Come From Away is opening at Springfield Little Theater, also known as the Landers Theater, starting Friday, January 30th, and running into mid-February. The musical tells the true story of a small town in Newfoundland that unexpectedly became the temporary home for thousands of airline passengers stranded when planes were grounded after September 11th. That might sound heavy, but the show is surprisingly warm, funny, and life-affirming. It's about kindness, hospitality, and how strangers show up for each other when it matters most. This one somehow slid under the radar a bit, but it won the Tony for Best Direction, the Olivier for Best New Musical, and some Drama Desk and Critics Circle awards as well. Springfield Little Theater has a long track record of doing these kinds of productions really well, and this one tends to sell quickly once word of mouth kicks in. Tickets range from $30 to $50 for adults, but discounts are available for seniors, military students, and kids, and you can get those at springfieldlittletheater.org. Next up, we've got something that feels like permission to start dreaming about warmer weather, even though it's still winter. The Lake Life Expo is happening January 30th through February 1st at the Springfield Expo Center, and it's the best price you'll ever pay for admission. It's free. This is a 3-day expo focused on everything lake and outdoor lifestyle related: boats, pontoons, gear, accessories, dock setups, gadgets you didn't know existed, and plenty of people who are very excited to talk about all of it. Even if you're not actively shopping, it's a fun event to walk through, compare setups, ask questions, and get ideas for future trips or upgrades. It's also a surprisingly good people watching situation, especially when someone sees a boat that costs more than their house. You don't need a plan for this one. Just show up, wander around, and let yourself be inspired. All the details are available at lakelifeexpo.com. And taking the #1 spot this week, here's something a little more elegant, a little more magical, kind of special. For one night only, the Grand Kyiv Ballet is bringing Snow White to the Glois Theater. Make sure you pronounce that right. On Saturday, January 31st. This is a professional touring ballet company from Ukraine presenting a full production of the classic fairy tale, and there's no animated dwarves. I mean, as far as I know. And I know ballet can feel, intimidating if you've never been, but it's Snow White. You already know the story, and it's really impressive to see performers at this level do what they do. It's a great option for a family night out or date night. Tickets are on sale now through GloisTheater.com, and they range from $51 to $132, fees included. And that's depending on how close to the action you want to sit, of course. As I record this, there's still plenty of seats available, but they've already sold about 40% of those tickets, so expect this one to sell out. Before we wrap this up, I've got one more honorable mention thing for a very specific group of people watching this video. And this group of people are usually pretty self-aware, so you may already know what's coming. This last event did not make the official top 5, and that's not because it isn't good. It's because it's just a little too niche for the world at large, which is unfortunately still populated mostly by normals. But for my fellow nerds and geeks, this one's for you. The Physics of Star Trek is happening Saturday, January 31st at the Aetos Center in Nixa. This is a live presentation that looks at the science behind Star Trek, what might actually be possible, what's theoretical, and what's just TV magic. They dig into things like warp speed, transporters, artificial gravity, and time travel, all explained by astrophysicist Dr. Erin McDonald, who happens to be the science advisor for Star Trek. And she also voiced her own fictional counterpart, Lieutenant Commander Erin McDonald, on the show Star Trek Prodigy and also in the video game Star Trek Online. And she's done a ton of stuff in the research community. She even worked on the team that eventually discovered gravitational waves. So, nerd out, Springfield. Tickets are $25 each, and you can get those at aetoscenter.net. This one's not going to be for everyone, but if it's for you, we should hang. All right, Springfield, that's your list for this week. There's some sweet moments, big voices, thoughtful theater, lake day dreaming, and a world-class ballet, all packed into just a few days. Now, if you know me at all, you probably already know that I'm kind of a sucker for musicals, but I'm really tempted by Snow White and the Lake Life Expo. I really want a boat, even though I've got tons of boat-owning friends out there who have told me over and over again, don't buy a boat. Anyway, if you happen to see me out and about, say hi. Don't be scared, I'm nice. Now, if this video helped you figure out your plans, please like it, subscribe, and share it with someone who's always asking you, so what's going on this weekend? I appreciate you helping me spread the word. And if you or someone you know is thinking about buying or selling a home this year, scan the QR code on your screen to visit walttherealtor.com. You'll find all my contact information there. Call, text, or email anytime. I'm always happy to help. And with that, I am Walt the Realtor with Murdy Associates right here in Springfield, Missouri. Have a great week. See you next time. Have fun.